the Elysian PILGRIM. Let's talk about it. Now, a couple things. This is a personal set that I bought from Hifigo a little bit early, but I do not know the exact price. There are a lot of rumors out there, but I do not want to state that price until I have permission. Having said that, I'm going to assume it's somewhere between $350 to $450 through the course of this video when we talk about value propositions of this IEM. Let's go in and start talking about the build quality of this guy. I think there's like 9 deboxing videos of the Pilgrim online, so I didn't want to do it, but I do have the Annihilator, so I wanted to show you a few photos of the Annihilator. This is a photo I took. You can tell the Pilgrim's box is a lot smaller than it. Okay, let's talk about the shell. The shell is super comfortable. You can tell that it's not super large. It's kind of small. I really like the faceplate out of it. You can tell it's a pretty small sized IEM and it fits pretty well. I actually had some fit problems, so I am using Eltec tips with this because it's kind of hard for it to stay in my ears. It just kind of slips out like whoop. So this is the Elysian Annihilator right here. You can tell it's about the same size, give or take. They both have that Pentagon connection. We'll talk a little bit more about that later. This is the case to the Pilgrim. Now, I like the case. You can see I have my Apple dongle in there, but the inside has kind of this papery feel to it, but the rest of the case feels very premium. It's very nice. It's kind of white knight, very white. I'm not a huge fan of white, but this is a nice, good-looking case, and it is fun. All right, let's look at the graph of this IEM. You can tell my unit has really nice channel matching. It's pretty close to my target. And I think it's very, very good. Again, this is a very, very good IEM with some very minor issues that I'm going to try to talk about. Again, it's a lot of good things to say. Some slightly off things, in my opinion, that could make it better. But the channel matching's good. It's close to my target. It has a good overall sonic quality to it. Let's talk about some of the other IEMs that are kind of in this same category. The first one, we have the Annihilator. The Annihilator has much better sub bass. I really like the sub bass in the Annihilator. It sounds really great. For some reason, a lot of other IEMs, I don't like that much sub bass, but the sub bass in the Annihilator really shines. It does have a little bit weird peak from like 1 to 2K. And it has a little bit of a dip around 3K where I kind of like a general rise. It does have a little bit of energy in this area around the 5 to 6K, which I don't really find ideal. A lot of people are going to say that this is a baby Annihilator, but I don't want to throw shade, but I do daily drive the Elysian Annihilator 2023, meaning that I pretty much listen to it 2 to 3 hours a day. So, it's maybe an unfair or fair comparison depending on how you look at it. I do want the Pilgrim to sound just like it. It would be great to have that budget set, but it doesn't have the exact tuning of the Annihilator. There are some minor quips, minor problems with it. The next IEM I wanted to talk about is the Hype 4. Now, these are rumored to be around the same price depending on deals and specials. They have approximately the same amount of bass, and they're both very bass nice. I really like the bass in both of these IEMs. What you're gonna notice right here in the Hype 4 is that the Hype 4 kind of has a little bit of a late ear gain, whereas the Pilgrim has a little bit earlier ear gain. A lot of other things on this are about the same. They have a very similar feel to them. They're very comparable. They have very similar driver makeups, very similar price, both similar cables. I mean, if someone had to ask me, hey, which one would you get? I don't know. I probably would, if you had to twist my arm, I probably would say Hype 4. That doesn't take away from the Pilgrim. I think the Pilgrim could be for a lot of people. I think the Pilgrim's an exceptional IEM, but maybe just, I think for certain people, they might prefer the Hype 4 more than the Pilgrim. They trade blows very well with each other, and you can tell their FR graphs are extremely close to each other. The next one I want to show is kind of the darling of the audiophile world right now that everybody's jumping on the hype train for, the High Senior Mega 5 EST. Now, I wasn't a huge fan of the High Senior Mega 5 EST. I found it a little bit boring, and I don't think the Pilgrim's boring. The Pilgrim itself is actually $150 cheaper, and I think if you're just going for value, oh yeah, the Pilgrim's a great IEM, and I think that's the better deal. Is the Mega 5 EST a better, with a lot of this stuff, you have to try IEMs yourself. I personally don't feel it is. I personally like the Elysian Pilgrim a lot better than the Mega 5 EST. I mean, to me, the Mega 5 EST is like a 4-star, and shocker, the Elysian Pilgrim to me is a 5-star IEM. Okay, let's talk about ranking of this IEM. You can see it here, the products I have in house. I rank it really highly. I give it a very high score. I think it's an exceptional product. I think it has a very strong audio qualities to it. I think it has a ton of great things going on, and I really love this IEM. I think it has really nice bass. I think it has good mids. I think it images well. It has good note weight and slam. It does have a little bit of kind of metallic-y, lush timbre to it. I think that's to deal with a little bit of the ear gain. And so for me, the ear gain is a little bit weird. I did want to show you another thing of like how overall do I rank this IEM as far as IEMs I have listened to. And this is what I have here. These are all the IEMs that I have that are ranked according to just pure audio score, meaning price, no object. How good is this IEM? And for me, this is one of the best IEMs out there. Yeah, I think this is about on par with the Hype 4. And that's like the only one about this price point that beats it. But if you look, I really find this about the same as I do the Supernova. It competes and beats IEMs that are more expensive. It is an exceptional IEM, but it's not exactly perfect. And it's not exactly to the same level as, say, the Grand Maestro or the Annihilator or the Jupiter or even the Velour. It's not quite at that level, but it is fully exceptional and a wonderful experience that I would recommend to people that are interested in this product. So overall conclusions, like, this is a fantastic IEM that sounds good with music. It has a nice cable, a nice case. It has a very reasonable price, assuming it comes in at where we think it does. And I can't say enough good things about this. I personally really like this set and fully recommend it to people who are interested in it. I do think it has some of those problems that we talked about with its ear gain region, and it doesn't quite match the Annihilator in tonality. It has a little bit of kind of lush brightness that to me is not the same as the Annihilator. To me, the Annihilator comes across a little bit cleaner, a little bit nicer to my ear. Well, this is a little bit more fun and kind of crazy, kind of lush. So again, this does get a full recommendation, and I don't know the exact price of this, but I will be posting this to the main list when I do know the price of this, and it might adjust the value depending. Again, this is a fantastic product, and there is a noir version of this that's coming out, and I do have a Head-Fi review that I will be doing with this IEM, showing a few pictures, sharing some additional thoughts and opinions. So anyhow, I hope you guys enjoyed my review. Thanks for watching. You guys have a great day, and I hope to see you guys again sometime on channel. Bye-bye. You're still here. It's over. Go home. Go watch another IEM video. It's done. That's the entire video. What more do you want?